What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna do a little series where I review albums of bands that I love. We'll see after I review all of their studio albums. Maybe I'll do a little rankings video to see where all those albums place. Anyways, I'm gonna start it off with one of my favorite bands. Been listening to them for probably a little over 10 years now. Yep, Kiss. I know a lot of people love this band, but a lot of people don't realize how many albums they actually have. I believe they have somewhere around 20 studio albums, with a lot of compilation albums, live albums, which their live albums are awesome, by the way. But anyways, this is where it all started. Their debut album. And you can see we got their makeup isn't perfected yet, because we got Paul Stanley still kind of working on the star. Peter Criss here, the Catman, who I don't know what's going on with his makeup, but it's kind of all over the place. Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley. And if you're not familiar with Kiss and you want to be, I would definitely suggest this record to start off with, because it's very Kiss sounding. And I know that's weird to say, because obviously if it's their record it's going to sound like Kiss, but there are some albums out there that don't sound what most people would think Kiss sounds like. We'll get into those albums too, but this being their first album, it's got a very raw, edgy sound to it. The quality is decent, and it's very heavy, especially for the time it came out. So to let you know a little bit about the band, Paul Stanley here was actually my favorite Kiss member when this was Kiss. He does rhythm guitar and usually lead vocals. To me, he's the frontman of the band. His character is the Star Child. Peter Criss, who's the drummer, and he also sings a few of their songs, some of their best songs. On this album, he actually sings the song Black Diamond. Yeah, he's the drummer. We've got Gene Simmons here, who he's also a lead vocalist. He sings probably about as much as Paul Stanley does. He plays bass guitar. And Ace Frehley, right here, who does lead guitar. And I know some people swear up and down Ace Frehley is one of the best guitar players of all time. He is very good, but Kiss, later on, they did get a better guitar player, a better lead guitar player anyway. Out of all the lead guitar players they've had, Ace Frehley, in my opinion, is actually probably the worst one. But that's not that's saying a lot, because he is very good. He's got his own little twist on things. So yeah, anyway, we got the Spaceman, or Space Ace, the Demon, the Catman, and the Star Child. Anyways, the songs on this album, we got Strutter. Strutter is, it's the first time you hear Kiss when you throw on their first album, and it's a very Kiss sounding song. It's not as heavy as some of the other songs. It's very catchy, and to me, it's a great song. I feel like it's one of Kiss's best songs. And actually, this album has a lot of their best songs. Even the live performances they do today, multiple songs on this first album are in their live shows. And that's saying something, because they have a ton of albums with a ton of songs. A lot of these songs really stuck with people. We also have Nothing to Lose, another really good song by Kiss. When that song starts opening up, when you're listening to the album, the beginning of that song, it's heavy and it pulls you in right away. Every time I hear that song start to play, I get all excited. We've got Firehouse, huge song by Kiss. Cold Gin, a lot of people do covers of Cold Gin. It's a great song. I actually just got done having a cold gin phase where that song was just stuck in my head, and it was actually very frustrating because I couldn't get it out of my head. Let's see what else we got here. Let Me Know. Not one of my favorite Kiss songs. I'm not saying it's bad because it's definitely a good song, but I could go with or without it. Now, side 2, we've got, side 2 because I collect vinyl. Kissin' Time. It's an okay song. Deuce, one of their greatest songs that they've ever written. It's another one that's very catchy. If you listen to it, it'll be in your head all the time. Love Theme from Kiss. It's an instrumental. There's no singing in that song, but it's very... I feel like I could sit there and listen to it just repeating for hours. It's very... It kind of mellows you out, puts you in a zone. It's a very good song. A lot of people probably... just casual Kiss fans probably would know nothing about that. We've got 100,000 Years, great catchy tune, and my personal favorite song on this album, Black Diamond. And actually one of my favorite Kiss songs that there is. It sounds like a very dark and gritty, heavy song, and it's amazing listening to it all the way through. It's a little bit longer than their other songs, but this song just has a ton of layers to it. And although I'm not a huge fan of Peter Criss singing it, or the songs that Peter Criss usually does sing, it's okay. I don't mind it. I kind of wish Paul Stanley would have sang the song, but it's a good sounding song for Peter Criss. And it just, the whole ending of the song where everything's distorted, and if you've heard the record, you know what I mean, and it's the perfect ending and conclusion to this album. But yeah, I have not heard every Kiss album, but I've heard a very large chunk of the Kiss albums because I'm a very big fan of them, and this album is one of their greatest albums that they made. It's not my favorite Kiss album. We'll see where it ranks after I listen to everything and I'm fresh on that. But this album, it'll be up there. It'll be ranked fairly high, definitely in the upper half. And I know a lot of people, if you're looking for, where do I start listening to Kiss music, this album is it. You will hear everything that Kiss has to offer in this album as far as their heaviness, the raw edge to their music. A lot of people say that Kiss will always be remembered for their shows and not their music, although I kind of agree with that because their shows are just the best in the world. Their music is very underrated because really their music is awesome, and obviously this is all my opinion, it's all subjective, but yeah, give the album a shot. If you've never heard it before, you're really missing out. You've got to listen to it all the way through, front to back, start to finish. It's great. If you're a rock and roll fan in general, or classic rock, or any rock genre really, you need to listen to this album. Go out and buy it. You could probably listen to it for free somewhere too. I personally like to have a hard copy of my albums, but it's great, and I throw it on my record player all the time to listen to it. I love it that much. It's a great album. Anyways, my next video, be sure to check it out. It will be, if you're a Kiss fan, you probably already know, Hotter Than Hell. So, I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe.